Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Another option to build a game object is to right click on the here in the hierarchy tab under the sample scene. You can click the right button and from here you can create objects like 3D game objects or 2D objects or even an empty game object. So I'm going to make another cube so as you can see these two are the same. The only difference is you can click on here or click on here. There is no difference. I have to delete the last part. So if you want to delete a game object, you can right click on the game object from here and choose delete, or you can left click on the game object and then click the delete on your keyboard. You can also hold the control button and click multiple game objects and then move them or delete them together. You can also build for some simple game objects, you can build them in Unity, but for a more complex game object, you have to download the 3D model or the 2D model and then import it into your project. I will cover that in the next videos, but for now, I'm gonna show you if we want to build a simple game object. For example, you just want to build a simple electric light bulb. You can make a sphere and then make it a little bit taller and thinner. So I want to make the scale of x and z to be same. So I'm going here and do it by numbers. I make both of them 0.5. And then I create another game object. For example, a cube, and then move it out here. And I also want to make the cube a little bit smaller. But taller on the z-axis. And I want to make two spheres that and then duplicate them. So if you wanna copy and paste the game object, you can right click on them and then click copy and then right click here again and then click on the paste. But there is a simpler way to do that. You can click on the duplicate here or press Ctrl and D. that will duplicate the game object for you. So I'm just gonna move it here. So I move it right here. And see our line board is look like this. It's not very beautiful, but I'm just gonna show you how the game objects are created and how you can create simple game objects by multiple simpler game objects. Another thing I want to cover in this video, I'm going to tell you how to make a game object child or parent. For example, if we click all of these game objects, we can move them, but it's a little bit hard and you may forget to click all of them and move them, and if the game objects are more of this one, it's become more complicated. So in the Unity you can make the game objects child and parent. For example, if I select these two spheres here and the cube, I can left click on three of them and put them onto the cylinder. So these three game objects are now the child of the cylinder, and the cylinder is parent of them. And the benefit of using it is now I can click on the cylinder only and move it. All of the game objects move together. Also, I can scaling the X and Y together. Remember, if you do something wrong in Unity, for example, I'm going to, this is very, very big, and then you want to change it back, you can click on the Control and Z. It's the Windows famous command for undo. You may see these little green lines or not see them. I'll cover them also in the next videos. By clicking on the gizmos, they will disappear or appear depending on when you click on the gizmos button. Now we have only one object that named cylinder but have three objects in it. We can easily duplicate it. If you wanna rename or change the name of the game object, it's so simple. You just have to right click on the game object and then choose rename. You can rename it whatever you want. For example, I'm gonna name this I'm gonna name this light pollen light pole 1 and name this light pole 2. Unity auto number game objects, and so if we want to make these two light poles in one object and copy them a lot of times, we can create an empty object and call this parent. So I'm going to make 5 of these light poles. It's easier to me, it's easier for me to move the game objects by number so that they have a better discipline. So these are 5 game objects. If I want to, let's just space them a little bit more. Let's just space them a little bit more. So as you can see, there are 5 of them here. So for duplicating these 5 game objects, I have 2 options. One is the click on every of them and then click on the duplicate, and I can also create an empty game object that has nothing, and then click on all of them. You can also hold shift and click on the up arrow, so you choose all of them instead of the control key. And I can make them the child of the game object, and I'm going to next name, and I'm going to name this 5 light poles, and here I can duplicate them and make the position of them here. There is another game object in Unity called plane. It's useful for the ground. So I'm going to make it here and then scaling the X a little bit more and the Z. So this is our system. Remember, when you make changes in Unity, always click on File and save your scene, and then click on File and save your project too. It saves everything you change in Unity. and prevent you to lose your unsaved progress. That's it for this video. If you found this video helpful, then like it. And if you want to watch more of these videos, consider to subscribe. There are plenty of them in this channel.